It is a respectable job to teach English in Japan. Don't let other videos tell you otherwise. So it really just depends on what I'm going to tell you because the other YouTubers are not telling you. You can make a decent living wage by teaching English. If you teach, they pay much better and you get better benefits as well. This is something people don't tell you about teaching English in Japan. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about, oh, why quit teaching English in Japan, and oh, it was so stressful, you don't make money, and all this stuff. I think true for the most part, but the thing that people don't tell you, and I feel it's not because people are gatekeeping or anything, it's because there's just not people making content about this because they're normal people and not content creators. So I'm gonna tell you because the other YouTubers are not telling you, and that is you can make a decent living wage, even enough to support a family in Tokyo by teaching English if you teach in private schools. And a lot of YouTube videos that you see talking about their negative experience teaching English in Japan, it is because they taught either at an A or for a dispatch company or for Jet, but then they got placed somewhere really rural and things like that. But if you find a position in a private school, chances are you will be much better off. So I wanted to come to Japan. My initial plans was not to be an English teacher. I wanted to be a teacher, actually. I wanted to be either a French teacher or a social studies teacher in the States. So I thought maybe I'll just come to Japan and teach English. First, to get experience in a different education system. I thought, oh, the Japanese education system is so great, so I want to see how it is, and then, maybe whatever nuggets of wisdom I can find from Japan, I can take that with me when I go back to the States. So that's how I started, and I was lucky to find an English teaching position at a private school through a family friend's recommendation. It didn't pay well. I think I was making like less than 200,000 yen a month, but it was a private school and they had lots of space and they had their own sort of house for employees. So they let me stay in one of the upper floor of that house. I just had like a room upstairs. It had like a bath, restroom, kitchen space. The house was probably like 50 years old. But the thing is, like, the rent was only 10,000 yen. I had to pay the utilities, but it wasn't much. So that worked out well for me. Over the years, I've met other English teachers in private schools. They are hired directly by the school, not through any agency. They don't have to go to different schools. And it's so much better because you get to know the teachers, you get to know the students, you can make a good relationship with people. I'm not recommending this for how to come to Japan and have a good time. And this is for people who are serious about being an English teacher. So if you are interested in teaching English in Japan and you are serious about teaching English, I recommend doing not only TESOL certifications, but also a master's in TESOL. And that's actually what I did. I got a master's in TESOL from a university over here. That opens a lot of doors. Schools don't see you as just an assistant language teacher, but as a professional. For example, next year I will be teaching part-time, just 3 days a week, 15 classes a week at 300,000 yen a month for 3 days a week. It's not bad. Just know you can teach English and make a living in Japan and not be miserable if you teach at a private school. It is a respectable job to teach English in Japan. Don't let other videos tell you otherwise. So it really just depends on, well, 1, finding a private school, 2, conducting yourself professionally, 3, getting the right degrees and certifications. That is a way if you are interested in pursuing teaching English in Japan professionally. Look into teaching at private elementary, junior high, and high schools. They pay much better and you get better benefits as well. You're probably thinking like, okay, so then how do I get these private school jobs? So you just go on these websites. One that I use is called Edu Career, and you post your profile and your resume, and then there's a recruiter who will contact you. And the recruiters that I've worked with, they're very professional. They ask your background and see if you would be a good match for the school and vice versa. I really recommend them. If you have any other questions, post them in the comments. Bye!